Middleton passes to Holiday. To the inside. It's tipped. They get the rebound. Matthews. Millsap kicks to Durant. And on the way from Irving for three. And the Nets, another three. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Brooklyn.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
And you also have to give credit to them for their shot blocking. They've had a ton of rejections in this ballgame.
Clock at 6. Here's Matthews.
My name is Matthew K. Hafey. I'm in the metal band Trivium.
Close range.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Here's Mills. No good with the layup. Milwaukee's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Mills. Portis a screen on Irving. Matthews goes in, and he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. First one falls for him. Bembry's checked in for the Nets. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Wara checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Bucks shooting only 21% from the field so far. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Bucks miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Now here's Mills. D right on him. Here's Millsap, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Millsap's got his first points of the night.
Give credit to Millsap. As the game has changed for a power forward, so has he, developing a good jump shot from beyond.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with a list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Drew Holiday fourth.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Pass to Connaughton. Now here's Portis. To end the cold streak. Nice D from Griffin.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
They get it back. And he drops it in from the low post. Griffin's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Holiday. Irving drives in.
Boy, Irving decisive on that drive, gets the foul because of the intensity, taking it to the rack.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
This guy is an absolutely electric talent, can completely take over a game. Kyrie Irving able to be a facilitator, a scorer, and we know he doesn't duck the big moments.
The Nets making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That's good from Holiday. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Irving with it. Matthews covering. And it's Irving missing. Milwaukee has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Chalk up 2 there.
If you give Matthews a path to the rim, he will take advantage. He is a terrific finisher at the basket.
Matthews against Irving. The rebound by the Bucks. 1:10 left to play here in the third, and stolen by Aldridge. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
Passes to Connaughton. There's the pick. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Bembry. No points in the game yet for him. And the pass to Griffin. Mills with it. Just 5 on the clock. Irving way outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. And the Bucks, they're shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Outside Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Holiday kicks to Matthews. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. George Hill out there with Hood, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 slot. Hood can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And for top high schoolers, Doris, who want to make a salary instead of going to college, there are now quite a few options.
There are, Kevin, and I love it because to me, this is a free market system. So whether you're going overseas, you have the Ignite franchise in the G League. And listen, there may be more options to come, and I think that's a great thing.
Free throw good from Harden. The Nets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And both free throws good for James Harden. Here's Milwaukee now. Hill inside, guarded by Harden. Off with the layup. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Harden. That one's not going to go. The Bucks go the other way with it. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nwora. The feed now to Antetokounmpo. Here's Cornette. Shot clock at 6. Over Aldridge, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. For the finish, and the dunk by Aldridge.
Always a nice option to have Aldridge with you on the break. The big man can do some damage on the go.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hood. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Hood's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
From deep, Harden. He can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now, here is Harden. The 3 doesn't go that time.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Hood on the wing. Doris, there's much argument over how the MVP award should be decided, whether it's stats, time on the floor, the intangibles, with the winner, with the loser. What criteria do you use when you vote on that award?
Well, there's so much that goes into this because, number one, how skilled are you? You have to be one of the most skilled players in the league, in my estimation. Number two, how much do you influence winning? But the fact of the matter is most MVPs finish in the top 2 or 3 in their respective conferences. So that's another criteria. I'm just going to say this to you. I will actually poll NBA players as I come across them in the season talking about these awards, these first, second, third team All-NBA, because they're the guys lining up opposite and know what goes into what these guys do.
He's off on the first. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Hood can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And the Nets miss again. Outside Hood. Pass to Nora. Back to Hood. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Superb awareness from Rodney Hood. Outstanding at recognizing an opportunity to send a message on the jam.
The Nets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Carter against Hood. Harden outside. And the usual order was upset last season in more ways than one. 5 out of the final 8 teams, Doris, in the playoffs had never won a title before.
Kevin, I think for the long-term health and viability of the league, the more teams with an opportunity to win the championship, the better off. We saw new stars get their first opportunity to win a championship. Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the hardest workers, one of the most humble superstars, goes out and wins it. It was so fun to cover.
Carter looking around. Can they get it? Got a hand on it. Here's Nora, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Passes it to Harden. Millsap a screen on Hill. Harden dishes to Millsap. 6 to shoot. Shoots. And the Nets miss again.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
It's tipped. You know, Doris, we see a lot of retired NBA players getting into ownership. Now there is some talk of current players getting some equity in teams. You see that happening?
You know, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, Kevin. What I love is retired players getting involved, whether it's Grant Hill, now Dwayne Wade, Shaquille O'Neal. They want to be in positions of ownership, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. But I do think I'd rather see current players just lock in on their careers than get involved in investing in current teams. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's the screen. Middleton drives in. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harden, no good. The Bucks shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Hill passes to Nwora. Cornette kicks to Middleton. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Hill and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And just a couple years ago, Doris, it seemed, didn't it, like bigs were a dying breed in the NBA? Then last season, 2 of the top MVP candidates were centers.
There was so much conversation that true 5 men, the center position, was no longer in vogue. And then all of...
To Cornette. He kicks it to Hood. Just 5 to shoot. Over to the wing. Here's Nwora. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Doris, to limit travel during the 2021 season, the NBA scheduled baseball-style series. Teams facing off in consecutive games. How did you like that?
You know, more important than what I thought, Kevin, we had a number of coaches tell us throughout the course of the regular season that they actually loved this format. The reason being, as you said, number 1, it cuts down on travel. But number 2, they thought it mimicked the playoffs, where you had to make game-to-game adjustments. It also raised the intensity level because you had just played this opponent. And so, you know, things get competitive and nasty.
An MVP is always interesting. In your mind, and you're a voter, what are the qualities of an MVP-worthy player?
You know, Kevin, one of the things that fascinated me about the most recent MVP selection was some of the slander sent at Nikola Jokic. And I think it had everything to do with him not passing the eye test. And by that, I mean he didn't have eye-popping athleticism. But he was my runaway choice for MVP because he is so highly skilled and he is so valuable to what they do on the offensive end of the floor. He has vision. He has the ability to score the basketball in the paint and outside the paint. He can manipulate defenses because of his high basketball IQ. It was such a fascinating conversation, and what a worthy MVP for Nikola Jokic.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Rodney Hood. Shot clock at 5. Takes it down to Middleton. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 6 assists here tonight.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Now the pass to Mills. KD against Middleton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Still, Griffin has insane hops. Close in, can sky over others, helps him to draw fouls.
A free throw drops for Griffin. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it, but at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for KD.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Nets. 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for KD.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And it's
Well,
Mills
just
with the
terrific
ball for the
teamwork.
Nets.
Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Long NBA season, this will go down. Here's win number 25. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for KD.
Here's Griffin.
Making
Now
every
here's
effort
Mills.
to put this game
2 seconds
on ice.
separate in the shot
Well,
clock.
just
With the
terrific
ball for the
teamwork.
Nets.
Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Long NBA Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's win number 25. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And so it's doing it here. He's going to win this one. Terrific night for KD. Here's Griffin. This one's a beautiful performance they put on. Now here's Mills. 2 seconds separate in the shot clock. With the ball for the Nets.
Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them
From an
tonight.
offensive standpoint as
Here's
well.
52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Long NBA with the rebound. Here's top talents and the rest of our team. Doing it here. This one's a terrific night for KD. Performance they put on. Now here's Mills. 2 seconds separate in the shot clock. With the ball for the Nets.
Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them
From an
tonight.
offensive standpoint as
Here's 52
well.
seconds left to play here in the fourth. Long NBA with the rebound. Top talents and the rest of our team. Doing it here. This one's a terrific night for KD. Performance they put on. Now here's Mills. 2 seconds separate in the shot clock. With the ball for the Nets.
Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them
From an
tonight.
offensive standpoint as
Here's 52
well.
seconds left to play here in the fourth. Long NBA with the rebound. Top talents and the rest of our team. Doing it here. This one's a terrific night for KD. Performance they put on. Now here's Mills. 2 seconds separate in the shot clock. With the ball for the Nets.
Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them
From an
tonight.
offensive standpoint as
Here's 52
well.
seconds left to play here in the fourth. Long NBA with the rebound. Top talents and the rest of our team. Doing it here.
Welcome to the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. A sellout crowd on Easter Sunday at Madison Square Garden. And a huge game for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference. Their battle with Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, meanwhile, fighting for their playoff lives in one of the final spots in the Eastern Conference with 2.5 weeks to go in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. A sellout crowd the past 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference. Good afternoon, everyone. Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, meanwhile, it is a great sight to see the reigning MVPs in one of the final spots. It's amazing what the Chicago Bulls have been able to accomplish without him in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. Yet they have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference. Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's amazing what the Chicago Bulls have been able to accomplish without him in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. Yet they have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference afternoon. Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's amazing what the Chicago Bulls have been able to accomplish without him in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. Yet they have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference afternoon. Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's amazing what the Chicago Bulls have been able to accomplish without him in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. They have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference afternoon. Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's Chicago trying to stay atop without him in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. They have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference afternoon. Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's Chicago trying to stay atop without him in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. They have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference afternoon. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's Chicago trying to stay atop without him in the regular season. To the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. They have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop the Eastern Conference afternoon. Miami down the stretch of the regular season. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's Chicago trying to stay atop to the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. They have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls. Chicago trying to stay atop without him in the regular season. The Knicks, well, it's a great sight to see the reigning MVPs battle the final spots. It's Chicago trying to stay atop to the Sunday Showcase on a beautiful April Sunday afternoon in New York City. They have the best record in the NBA. 12 games with the Sunday at Madison Square Garden in uniform in the starting lineup for both the Knicks and the Bulls.
Milwaukee. Broadcast